Okay. What is up? Oh, we already got a user on here. How's it going? Just let me know if you can hear me okay. And the reason I'm looking up here, I do have another screen, so hopefully that won't be too annoying. But I'm just getting logged into my inventory lab. I'm gonna throw Instagram up over here. Hopefully that works all right. Sweet. So Instagram's going here. Facebook's going, or not Facebook, YouTube's going here. And we're gonna do some processing today. What is up, my Amazon hustle? Not too bad, man. Just trying to throw down some good old processing of some books. Doing a live stream on the good old YouTube over here. And I hope you're doing good, man. It's been a while. Just setting up my inventory lab. What do you use for your listing software? I forgot what you use. Go. I'm gonna grab a stool. Oh, all right. Oh, for sure, man. That's what I use too. Absolutely love it. Absolutely. It's choice, man. I wouldn't, at this point, I don't know if I'd switch to anything else. But finally I've been roaming around and trying to find some new sources. And everything in my area was basically like, it was like the desert. There was nothing. So I took a trip yesterday and went to 2 different locations and found like 30 books. So I was pumped. You always came back to inventory. It's good to know. It just seems like the interface is easy to use. The like how it tracks everything is super duper nice, and that it sends everything straight to Amazon. It's super nice. Some dogs back here. They're wondering what's going on. Oh, there we go. Sorry, somebody called. Let's get this going. Oh, man. So do you have a specific way that you, it just works, a lot less headaches and issues? Yeah. So I tried to do my first Amazon order on the Amazon Seller Central and hated it. It was so bad that I started like 16 new batches and couldn't figure out how to get one of them to like process one book after another. It was a nightmare. So I switched to Inventory Lab because I had heard good things about it and have not looked back since. Absolutely amazing. But yeah. So where's Mercy? Hernandez, what's up, man? Welcome to the party. Took you 8 hours for only 30 books? Holy cow. I would probably have gone insane. That would suck. How quickly are you getting through a shipment of your books now? What's up, Broseph? What's up, dude? Just hanging out, just doing a live stream, trying to process some books. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I almost gave out. That was 3 years ago. Never looked back. So, Anthony, if you are interested in doing this, definitely ask your questions now. So the guy in the comments, my Amazon Hustle, he is a stud at this stuff. He is so good at what he does, and he is just freaking expanding like crazy. So you're bored at work. Well, this is a good way not to be bored. Thanks for joining. I can easily list 100 books in less than 2 hours. That's insane, man. That is awesome. So do you, Amazon Hustle, do you have a person that lists for you, or do you still do it all by yourself? So Anthony, basically what I'm doing is I am taking each book, I'm scanning it into my computer, and I'm using a software called Inventory Lab. What I do is essentially just go in and I say, like, when I got the book, where I got it from, how much I got it for, as like a basic reminder of where I got it. And then I go through and I make like a custom SKU, so I know when that book sells, if it sells for the amount that I put the price point at, that I can see how much net profit that I'm going to get. All me, man. My wife recently joined forces with me, so she processed the inventory and I list and ship. That is freaking awesome. That's super nice. Maybe one day my wife will join me, but she's out there crushing it in the corporate world and also doing the Mary Kay thing. Oh man, Whole Sold. Whole Sold. What's up, man? Welcome. Just doing a live stream of trying to get stuff done. Put this in. So, 5 August. Vintage. 50 cents. Yeah, we'll try and keep you guys going on here. Just double checking the YouTube over here. Keep things hustling. So that's all. Copy that. So one of the big things that I make sure, so like Anthony, if you've never done this processing stuff, once I scan the book in, I'm going to double check and ensure that there's like no writing or markings or highlighting, stuff like that. Check the condition of the book and make sure that it's just not trashed. I try and do that at the store as well. And then for me, what I like to do is I basically put all of my books as good. Like even if they're like used, very good, I still put it as good because I'm trying to get my numbers up for the feedback and get those 5-star ratings from Amazon customers. So I put in the SKU, what I like to do is I like to put in the date that it is now of the shipment that I'm sending it in, where I got it from, how much I bought it for, and then also the rank. So I put in here just like the basic sales rank on there. So this book, for instance, is 38,000. And then I also put in how much about I'm going to get in net profit. So for this book, it's one of those lower ranking, meaning it's probably going to sell really quickly. So I'm only going to be making $2.97 off of this, but that's okay because, again, it's got a really low sales rank, so I'm probably going to sell it really fast, so probably within the first few days of it getting to the warehouse. So I'll throw that in there, add it to my batch. Going to get my nice little Dymo printer over here to print me a label, just like that. Throw it on there, and that book is done. So I'm quickly realizing now I'm going to be super distracted doing this, and it's going to take me forever. So I apologize. So scan the book in, double check it, no writing or anything like that. I select it on the screen. I go through and make sure that all the information is correct, and then I'm going to make sure that I put in just some information for myself, so once it does sell, that I can see what is going on with the book and see how much profit I'm making and stuff like that. So right now with this book, there's no FBA listings, and there's some new books on there, but I'm gonna go just under those new books and see if I can get a little bit of profit out of this, even though it's a little bit of a higher sales rank. It's over 1 million. And in books, million's not too bad, but I try and stick under 1 million. If I can find books anywhere under 500,000, that's just, it's gold for me. It's been working really, really well for me, and so I just send them up. Next book. And you scan at the store to make sure you are not buying a dud. Yes, I do scan at the store. So when I go to a store, there's usually anywhere from, I don't know, at a small selection, and that app will pop up and ding yes or no, like buy it or don't buy it, and show me what the current listings are selling at, or at least what they're attempting to sell at. So that way I already know what I'm buying and taking home. So really all this is processing it, taking another quick look through the book to ensure that there's no major writing or marking or highlighting, and putting the information in for myself so that I can see it once it's processed and like in the system for Amazon, and then I'm good to go from there. Yeah, man, it's super awesome. It's really, really easy. It's super nice seeing what everyone else is selling at. So it's super easy to make a decision on like, okay, this is going to make me about this much, because it's the app, what it does when you're scanning them at the store takes into account things like processing, or like warehouse fees, because to store the books there or your items at the warehouse, there's small fees that are associated with that. It also takes into account like the weight of the book, so about an average of how much the book would cost to ship. And the nice thing about books is it's all media, so it gets shipped in at super duper cheap. But I'll show you really quick. I'll show you the screen and what I'm looking at. Let's see if I can flip you around here. So this is Inventory Lab, and let's see, we'll go right here. So once I put a book in, it's going to pop up right here, and I'm just going to put the quantity of the stuff I have. It's usually just one, the cost, where I got it. Then I'm going to come down here, and this is like a custom SKU that I get to make. So I put in the shipment that it's going in. I just name mine by the date. So the shipment, where I got it from, how much it was, the sales rank, which is right here. So 202,000, that's not too bad of a sales rank. That'll probably sell within a week or two, at least. And then right here, you have to put in the conditions. So the conditions that you have are new, like new, used, very good, good, acceptable, and then a bunch of other stuff too. And what you're doing there is you're basically saying, okay, so good, this book has no highlights or underlining, some wear, but overall good condition, ships directly from Amazon, and is eligible for Prime. So the sales rank can range anywhere. I think in books right now, because it's different by category. So I think in books, there is like 62 million books or something like that. I don't remember. So you want to make sure that you understand like which category, that about how much each category has as far as volume. So 62 million. So like the stuff I'm really looking at is the 1%. So, but I'm niching down. So in books, I like to stay under 1 million if I can help it. If there's a book that is above 1 million, but I can get a lot of profit off of it, I'm gonna take it. So, what's up, YouTube? A couple of people on there. Go ahead and drop your name if you can hear me. Go ahead and drop your name in the comments and let me know who's here. Sorry, I'm on my computer doing this. And over here, I do have Instagram, so I'm going to try and watch both. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Just processing some books. So, Anthony, for instance, in books, there's a ton, right? There's like 62 million or something like that. In video games, it's not like that. So like a video game that has a sales rank of 20,000 might be an okay video game to get. It's kind of high, but a 20,000 rank in a book is probably going to sell the day or the day after it gets to the warehouse. So it's just, it depends. And there's, I think I have a guide somewhere on what the numbers are as far as sales rank go for each category. So you just find one of those. A lot of people have them online for free, and you just base your information off of that. Grab some more books here. So again, for those of you that joined us on YouTube, what I'm doing is I scan the book into the computer. I use Inventory Lab to process my stuff. I didn't like Amazon Seller Central. It just didn't flow very well for me. So I switched to Inventory Lab, and I absolutely love it. I love everything about Inventory Lab. So I scan the book in. I go through it to make sure there's no markings or anything like that. And then all I'm doing in the computer is putting in where I got it, how much I got it for, creating a little SKU for my information. Once it sells, I can see it. So like, I got this book at Goodwill. I don't feel like I'm giving away too much by saying that I got it at Goodwill. Because, you know, I start telling people exactly what books I'm sending in. Y'all are going to go and find those books and drop the price on me. Can't be doing that. I also put in, again, YouTube, Instagram. I already heard this just a little bit ago. But I also put in the sales rank that the book is currently at and how much I'm going to profit. Another thing about the sales rank that you kind of got to be careful with is that it can change. So it can change at any time. Once a book sells or once an item sells, the sales rank drops to reflect that sale. So the program or the app that I use gives me information based on an average sales rank over the last 90 days. So that way it's a little bit better. So if the average sales rank is super duper high and the current sales rank is really low, that way I know something sold recently and it's not reflecting a very accurate information. So something like this book has some writing just inside the front cover. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to note that. Just let people know. That way if they come back and they try and say, oh, this book had writing in it, it didn't say that it did, and I'd say, well, check the condition notes, it was in there. One scribble front cover. No other highlighting or writing. Put in my information. $465. So like this book, I'm gonna get a net profit of $465. So the thing to keep in mind is a lot of this, as far as books go, and just like anything else, it's a numbers game. So the more inventory you have in there, the more inventory is selling, the more money you're going to make. Just take one and put it in there. That'd be awesome. I don't know how well that would go over with my my ratings. I think people might give me just a 1-star rating on that from that point on. Sure, way to get 5 stars. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll take your advice and I'll try it. I'll have to make sure that it's going to you, though. But yeah, this is basically it. It's super easy. Again, just scanning stuff in. And, you know, a lot of the time I'm just out here, I throw headphones in and just kind of, or I have a couple of screens, so I put on, right now it's triathlons because I'm into that thing. I'd love to do that stuff, and so I like watching triathlons to stay motivated. So I try to fill at least one box full when I process. So if I go somewhere and it's just like it's not good and I only have 4 or 5 books, then I'll just hold on to them until I get more. And then once I have enough, so usually anywhere between 30 or more, 30 to 35, that's when I'll start processing a batch and I'll take them and send them off. Because you can only send in 50 pounds at a time to the warehouse per box. Otherwise, you get extra shipping charges and all sorts of stuff. So I try to send in like 48, 49 pounds or less I really try and stay 40 and above, in between 40 and 48 is where I like to stay, just because the shipping is the best at that point. So for a box that size, I've sent shipments in with 50 pounds that are like, I don't know, 10 bucks, 10, 11 bucks, depending on where they want me to ship them. Super easy. It's not hard. And like, then you'll find stuff like this. So this one is more of a textbook. School is just starting to get in session. So it's nice to like fill your inventory with some textbooks. This one here, I paid like 50 cents for, and I'm gonna sell it for 30 is what the used price is at right now. And that will give me a net profit of $17.42. So I mean, there are the higher ticket books like this. Textbooks are definitely the higher ticket items. I've even had books sell for, 50, 60, 70 plus in net profit. So they're out there. And what I found is like a lot of these like for dummy pamphlets or reference guides are usually pretty good. Forgot to print the label. Yeah, man. So what do they have you doing at work? Are you just sitting around, hanging out, watching a live stream? Marketing automation, set up email campaigns, manage client data, etc. That sounds riveting. Now, you can't tell me that's what you want to do for the rest of your life, is it? I can't see you doing that. But sometimes it's all about what pays the bills. I understand that. Automated marketing tool, so it is for a purpose. That makes sense. It's a good way to learn. So are you doing like click funnels and stuff? Is that part of what you are doing? Yeah, learn with someone else's money, for sure. Because when it's your own money, you're a little more risk adverse. It's like we got another couple people here in YouTube, or at least coming in and out. If you just popped in, go ahead and leave your name down in the comments. Let me know who's here. I also, just so YouTube, just so you know, I do have Instagram Live going on over here. Not quite building out our own funnels and landing pages. Man, I have got to learn how to do that. I have a need for that. So if you're joining us here on YouTube, doing live and just processing some stuff, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments, and I'll try to answer them for you best that I know how. All right, so here is the biggest winner so far. This book is going to net profit me $23.62. So definitely, once this goes to the warehouse, I hope that it sells very quickly, and it should, because it has a sales rank right now of 2,000, which is incredible. I don't even know how it has that. This must be like really good book for all the people trying to learn how to read. All right, partway through here, gonna grab some more books. Oh. I definitely should have put my phone on do not go. Hopping off, let's connect and talk business. Let's do it, man. Hey, good luck at work. I'll talk to you later. Shoot me a text or something. So YouTube, somebody out there is the only one watching, I think. So what is up? Don't be a silent participant. Let me know who you are in the comments, what questions you got. Hit me up. I'm here. Learning right along with you. So if you're listening, watching, participating, Rapples resells, and I got into reselling last year, and the reason I did is I was so I'm in the military. I was in between being in the National Guard and coming on active duty. And Copper Mouse, what's up? It's good. And I was just looking for something to do, looking for a way to make a little extra cash. And I saw a video of somebody selling books on Amazon. And I was like, that looks really interesting. I'm going to check it out. And I did, and fell in love with what they were doing. So I was pumped. So I started trying to figure it out, and finally got it all figured out, set up, and rocking. Copper Mouse, where are you from, man? Or ma'am? Man or ma'am? And are you also a reseller? From AZ. All right. Man, it has got to be hot there right now. So I live on the other side of the country from you, and it is hot here. Started reselling January 2019. Right on. What is your, what are you into? Are you a bookseller, or are you into other stuff? Or a little bit of everything, whatever makes you the cash? And I apologize that I keep looking up here. So you, the camera is down here. I'm working on stuff down here, and the YouTube Live is up on another screen behind it. And I also have Instagram Live over here. Start eBay, then books on Amazon. Now tons of RA since getting ungated in a lot of items and brands. That's awesome. So I am still new enough and have not had enough sales history, I think, to get myself ungated in much. What I'm working on right now is I'd love to get into disc media, and in order to get in a purchase from a wholesaler with the receipt and whatnot, so I'm working on saving up money to do that as of right now, which will be awesome because that'll open up some new avenues for me. But RA looks cool. I think if I was ungated more and had more of the cash flow, I would probably get into more RA stuff. It's a good excuse to get out of the house, though. Paid $5, sold for 170. Oh, for sure. Those DVD VCR combos are insane. I've sold a couple of those. And I also sold like one of the new Xbox One Guitar Hero guitars. It was for like Xbox Live or something like that. I paid $20 for it and sold it for like about that, 100, 160, 170, something like that. It was awesome. Big fan. Thank you. Common Mouse, what? Sorry, got to get the Instagram Live going again here. There we go. What listing software do you use? So I use Inventory Lab. I've loved it. I've heard nothing but good things about it since I started using it. And I've heard mixed reviews about a bunch of other stuff. So do you use just like the Seller Central, or do you use something else? I don't know about you, but I get really annoyed sometimes when there's a lag. It's like I ask a question or something, and then even if you answer it right away, it takes forever. Only ever used Inventory Lab, never had any issues. I'm telling you, man, I love Inventory Lab. When I first started, I tried to do the Amazon Seller Central, and I started like 16, maybe 17, like 16 different batches to try and get all of the books to go into the same batch, and it would not work. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but it would not work. And so I ended up getting Inventory Lab, going in and then deleting all of the Seller Central stuff and just using Inventory Lab from there on out. Yeah, there's absolutely no reason to leave Inventory Lab. Not at all. Yeah, it was ridiculous. I at that point was so new to everything that I almost stopped. I was so frustrated. I was like, there's no point in doing this if it's going to take that long to process anything that I do. So almost ended my Amazon career. Grab some last little bit on the floor here. So, Problem Mass, are you doing it full time? Are you reselling full time? Or are you doing anything else? No, I really get splits. Most goes to the warehouse. Yeah, so nice. I think if I would have stayed with the Seller Central, I hear people get split shipments all the time from that. It's crazy. I'd be so frustrated. It is definitely worth a little bit of cash that that it takes. Holy cow. Part-time, I still have my 9 to 5, but getting close. That's awesome. Are you thinking that you're going to be able to, well, first of all, do you want to resell full-time? And if you do, are you thinking that you are going to be able to step away from your 9 to 5 by the end of the year? Or what's that looking like? Would love to resell full-time. I enjoy it too much. And great money in it. Yeah, there's definitely some really good money in reselling. So if you're able to resell full time, what's like the dream with reselling? Are you looking to stay RA? Going to try by the end of the year, hopefully have a good Q4. Yeah, it's super important. Are you wanting to stay RA, or are you thinking of getting into OA? Do you want to start getting stuff from like Alibaba and all of that? Pick up my eBay store a lot. Yeah, it's hard. Like, I have been focused intensely on my Amazon stuff lately, and my eBay store has gone downhill. So it's hard to keep them balanced out. What kind of stuff are you into selling on eBay? So while you're answering that, I'll answer what I do. So my Amazon stuff is almost entirely books. So every once in a while, I'll find like a DVD VCR combo that I can throw on there, or something like that. But I'm almost entirely books on Amazon. It gets difficult. eBay, I sell anything that makes me $1. It's fair. Medical equipment are the best. That's interesting. I haven't even thought or gotten into medical equipment. I'll have to take a look at that. But my eBay stuff is more geared towards like the VCRs and DVD players that I can't sell on Amazon because I'm not ungated in it. And then I also sell like video game stuff. It's mostly sold. But I have been thinking about getting more into shoes. I think there's a good market in shoes. But I think if I do that, I'll probably look to do more new shoes. Once I have a little more capital to spend, and I'll go to StockX for that. Board games while scanning books. Even news go for big money. I will definitely keep that in mind. Thank you. Always learning something new. There's so much to learn in this business. It is absolutely insane. Sell a lot of Adidas on Amazon. Right on. Yeah, I've heard shoes on Amazon are very competitive. But that's mostly like Nikes that I've heard that about. Just fair. I've also heard lately of a lot of people doing really good in grocery, but that just sounds like a huge headache to me to like make sure the expiration dates are good to go before you send it in and it's not going to expire for so long. It just sounds more of a pain than I'm willing to worry about. Or no, because not a lot of people are ungated in bigger brands. Yeah, that's fair. I could see how that would make sense. It's encouraging. I mean, I won't get all political and whatnot, but like, I just, as a person, I'm not a huge fan of Nike, but if I can make a buck off of them, I will do it. Oh, I love textbooks, especially when they sell. Same here, Nike is garbage. Yeah, man. We not huge fans of Nike here in this household, but there is a market for them. You know, because other people don't care about business practice and whatnot. So if that's the case, I will be the middleman and I will sell Nikes to people. Speaking of Adidas, though, my first and I think only shoe sale to date was Adidas. It was a pair of track cleats. Interesting. It never ceases to amaze me what kind of stuff people buy online. Like, I don't know why I never really think to go online to Amazon or eBay or any of these sites to buy shoes or buy certain other items, and it's crazy. People buy anything. Yeah, they do. For sure. It's insane. It's like, have you ever been going through and you're doing your inventory, like especially books, and you get to a book, scan it, you put it through, and then you pick up another book later on, and it's the same, it's another copy of the same book. You got to go through and make sure it's the same quantity and do all that stuff. Losing my feed on my IG. But what so are you cop a mouse? Are you a cop? Or first of all, love cops. Big fan. But what do you do for your 9 to 5? If you don't mind saying. Pretty much a babysitter. That's funny. I can relate to that. I can definitely relate to that. I'm in the military, and that is how I feel sometimes. But medical supply company, right on. And what made you decide to start reselling? Like, yeah, you gave it a shot, but what kind of gave you the idea to be like, oh, that looks interesting, I'm going to try it? So just continuing on here. Dogs are coming in and out. Little turds. Not a fan of the corporate world. Being my own boss is a plus. I've always been flipping things since I was younger. Well, I feel you. My wife is in the corporate world, and talk about talk about a place that sucks your soul away. Freaking sucks. So I was in between being in the National Guard. I was switching from the National Guard to the active duty side and was looking for something to make some extra cash. I saw a video about reselling and saw people doing it and said, I can do that. I'm going to figure it out. So I started by selling pretty much everything that I wasn't using around the house to get the money to get started. And then just went from there. And I had seen a bunch of stuff about books and how it was like the entry level thing to start with on Amazon. So that's why I started there. And I've been really enjoying it ever since. So yeah. So I do, in the military, I'm a reseller, and then I also have, I'm part of a supplements company. It's a health and wellness thing. And we help people to fill their nutritional gaps. That's what this thing is on my arm. It's like a wearable nutrition. So you wear it throughout the day to have releases into your skin, like absorbs through your skin. It's really cool. But yeah, that's what I do. And now I continue to resell because one, I want to be able to allow my wife to stay home where we want to have a family, and it's important for us to at least be in a position where she could stay home if she wants to. So we want to do that, and I won't lie, I want to be rich, because money does not buy you happiness, but it does buy you options, and I'm really happy when I have options. So I guess in a way, money does buy happiness. Exactly. If you don't have options, life will hit good old Murphy's Law, and then where are you going to be? Nowhere. All right, that is the last book. Let's take a look at the numbers. Thank you for your support. I appreciate that. Really appreciate it. All right, so no one on the Instagram. That's fine. And I think Copper Mouse, I think you're the only one here. I think it includes me as one of the viewers of the live. So 32 total SKUs. Hop in Goodwill. Enjoy your day. Hey, you too. 33 total items. Average sales rank of 380,000. Total buy cost is $38.50. And total net profit of $431. I will take that every day of the week. So, all right. Everybody have a good day. If you are not following me on YouTube or you are not following me on Instagram, it's Raffles Resells at both places. So make sure and go and follow and hit me up in the comments or the direct message. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.